In this symbolic reading, we look into the inner landscape of Diana's experience in her connection with Leo. Our purpose is not to predict events, but to open a space for reflection, to read desire, projection, and the living psychic field between two people. Each of the cards holds a mirror to a different layer of this bond, precisely what Diana seeks, what she sees in Leo, and what truly exists between them now. Let us begin with the first card, the Lilies. This card speaks to Diana's unconscious desire, the quiet longing that may not yet have reached language, but still shapes her feelings and her relational choices. The lilies are often associated with peace, maturity, and refinement. But on the symbolic plane, they carry something more elusive, the longing for calm after intensity, for purity after entanglement. Diana may be seeking a relationship that soothes rather than unflames. She may be yearning for something that feels stable, slow-burning, and emotionally safe, a contrast, perhaps, to past connections marked by volatility, confusion, or unmet needs. There is also an erotic undertone to this card, often overlooked. The lilies can represent sensuality cloaked in restraint. Diana's desire might not be overtly passionate, but it is no less potent. She may be craving intimacy that is elegant, discreet, and unspoken, where the erotic is felt in gesture, atmosphere, and presence, rather than in explicit acts. This desire, however, is often shaped by what came before, by relationships that left behind emotional residue. The lily suggests that Diana may be unconsciously seeking a kind of psychic reconciliation. She may want something that heals the past by offering a different experience of love, one that is emotionally composed, mutually respectful, and vibrationally smooth. Whether Leo embodies this or not is another question. But the longing itself is clear: she seeks peace, but not indifference, sensuality, but not chaos, connection, but with dignity. We move now to the second card, the Sun. In this position, the card reflects what Diana projects onto Leo, the image she may be unconsciously assigning to him, whether or not he truly matches it. The Sun is a powerful symbol. It radiates warmth, confidence, charisma, and clarity. Diana may perceive Leo as someone radiant, someone who seems emotionally secure, expressive, or even heroic. In his presence, she might feel illuminated or magnetized. But the sun also comes with its own shadow. What is bathed in light often hides what lies just outside of it. To project the sun onto someone is to endow them with qualities of strength, positivity, and certainty, but it can also mean ignoring their limitations or inner complexity. Leo may appear, to her, as someone who knows what he wants, someone with vitality and presence. But is that the full picture? Sometimes, the sun projection reveals an inner split. Diana may feel less seen, less confident, or less vibrant in comparison. She may unconsciously position Leo as the light, the source of emotional clarity, and herself as the one orbiting around him, trying to interpret his signals. That dynamic can be seductive, even flattering. But it can also breed confusion, especially if Leo does not consciously play that role. The projection of solar power onto the other often stems from one's own disowned desire to be radiant, to lead, to shine. What part of Diana's own light has been assigned to Leo? And what would it mean to reclaim it? Finally, we turn to the third card, the Snake. This card reveals what actually exists in the psychic field between Diana and Leo, what moves between them beneath words and appearances. The Snake is one of the most psychologically charged cards in the Lenormand deck. It carries the energy of seduction, complexity, entanglement, and instinct. It suggests that, regardless of what Diana longs for or projects, the bond itself is not simple. There is a subtle tension here, something winding, possibly ambivalent. The field between them is not smooth. There may be attraction mixed with caution, intimacy laced with mistrust, or desire tempered by inhibition. The Snake often reveals dynamics that are not spoken directly, emotional games, unspoken expectations, or mirrored defenses. But the Snake is not a negative card. It's a card of awareness. It shows that something potent is alive in the field, something coiled, waiting, watching. The connection may be emotionally intelligent, but emotionally evasive. Both parties may be circling around something they feel, but do not name. And that tension, that elegant danger, can be both exciting and exhausting. The snake also suggests that the emotional atmosphere is shaped by past wounds or relational patterns. Perhaps there is a fear of vulnerability, or a habit of seduction without surrender. Either way, the field is alive, but not yet free. To engage with it fully would require honesty, nuance, and a willingness to move through complexity without simplifying it. Together, these three cards, Lilies, Sun, Snake, form a layered portrait. Diana seeks peace, but projects intensity. She longs for emotional refinement, but finds herself entangled in a field charged with instinct and ambiguity. This reading is not a diagnosis, but a mirror. It offers no conclusion, but opens a space for reflection. Where does peace lie, and where does it hide? What part of the light is her own? And what does the snake ask her to feel, rather than understand? If this reading spoke to something in you, a moment of recognition, or a shift in awareness, consider subscribing to the channel. Each week, we explore the symbolic language of the Lenormand, where cards are not answers, but mirrors. Where every spread is a conversation between the seen and the unseen, the said and the withheld. Thank you for listening. Until next time, read with presence.